This is your rule walkthrough for the 11 to 12-year-olds age division. Before we get to the obstacles, I'm going to go over some NinjaWorks timing stuff with you guys. Every athlete is going to be on the starting platform before they run the course, right? You're going to stay on that platform until you hear this countdown. Obviously, on that fourth beep is when you are allowed to go into the obstacle. For every obstacle you clear, which we will go over that when we get to the obstacle rules, you will hear this sound, right? Every obstacle is worth 1 point, okay? If you do not hear that sound as you're running the course, don't worry about it. Just keep going. So if you do miss an obstacle, you can still get more points later on in the course. Once again, we're doing 1 try per obstacle, so just keep moving once you get through. All right, the only other sound you will hear coming from that clock is once you have 10 seconds left, it will give you a countdown for those final 10 seconds, and it sounds like this. Before we get to the course, I'm going to go over some overall rules, and this works for all of the age divisions. So every obstacle will have a starting platform and a landing platform. In order to get your point for that obstacle, you have to use the obstacle in between the starting and landing platform. If you touch anything that's not part of the obstacle, then you don't get that point. All age divisions will have a 2-minute and 30-second time limit on this course. All right, so once again, for each obstacle, you'll have a starting platform and a landing platform. You're only allowed to use the obstacle in between. If you touch anything that's not part of the obstacle, like the floor, the gray floor, the red mats, any support structure like the truss or straps, right, then you will not get the point for that obstacle. So now I'm going to go through the obstacles in the course, tell you what's the starting platform, tell you what's in play, and tell you the landing platforms. Obstacle number 1 is going to start on this platform. Once you hear that countdown from the clock, you are allowed to use these quad steps and all of these blue pads, right? So that includes these down here as well to get to this landing platform here. Once you make contact with this landing platform, you will get your point. You do not have to stay on top. As long as you're past the front of the platform, you're good. So if you land up here and fall off to the side, you still get your point. All right. All right, next obstacle is going to be the zip line. This is your starting platform. We have this extra block here to give you guys a little bit more room to run up. And we're going to use this T-shaped bar to get to the platform on the other side. The bar is on a zip line. Next obstacle is the rings. You're going to start on this platform. Your landing platform is over there. Your obstacle is the black rings. You're allowed to use as many or as few of these black rings as you want. Just not the straps, not the support bars, not the truss, not the red mats. Boom. Next obstacle is going to be the trapeze bars. This is your starting platform, which is the one that you just landed on. You can use any of the blue trapeze bars to get to this platform right here. Boom. All right, your next obstacle is the boot scoot. Start on this platform. You can use the 2 black rings to get to the platform on the other end. You can take them off however you want, just platform to platform. You are also allowed to use this block if you can't make this jump to this ring. And we'll do some height checks before we get started to make sure everyone can reach everything. All right. All right, this is your next starting platform right here. You can use as many or as few of these blocks to get to the blue platform at the end. If you notice, the top is a little bit wider, so just be careful where you step. All right, next starting platform is this blue platform here. This one's here just to stop this one from sliding. You are allowed to use it if you want to, but that's its only purpose, really. So we're going to start on this platform. You can use the special delivery on any spot, so through the hole or on the sides. We have this ring that's going to be set up on a hook. You're allowed to take it off to have a bigger swing to get you closer to the next ring. You do not have to take that off, but you can. That one is on straps. The next ring is not on straps, and you can use it to hop across to the next hook. And then blue is your landing platform. Obstacle starts on this blue platform. You're allowed to use the red parts of these teeter-totters to get to the blue platform on the other end. None of the black is in play. Demonstration. This is also the starting platform for the next obstacle. You're allowed to use these red grips, the two V's and the UFO, to get to the blue platform on the other end. Final obstacle is the 12-foot warped wall. Your time stops when you hit the buzzer at the top. You are allowed to use the 14-foot if you want to, but you are not allowed to use the 10, only the 12 or the 14. Hitting the buzzer stops your time. If you do not hit the buzzer, then your time keeps going.